So my name's Murray Glynn. I'm 26, I'm a mature student. I study politics and business, and I went to the University of Hong Kong. It was quite an actual rush thing. I sort of got an email from the person who runs it at politics saying, come along, look at some of these study abroad things. I thought my mates were going, so I thought I'll go and have a look. And I thought this actually sounds pretty cool. So I put my name down, and I hadn't really actually looked into university. I sort of stumbled at HKU. I got the email and it was like, you're going to Hong Kong. I was like, cool, yeah. I didn't pick anywhere specifically. I didn't really have anywhere in mind. I just thought, where would it be cool to go and study? And Hong Kong was just sort of one of the ones I thought, a bit different, not like Britain, in Asia. I thought, yeah. My top choice was actually University of Texas at Austin, because they've got the big football stadium. Yeah. And in a way, I'm very happy I didn't get it, because I think Hong Kong was such a good experience. It's like, compared to, it's so different to the American city. So it's really, really cool, yeah. Because I know it's off the bottom of China, but it's also used to be owned by England. So I sort of was expecting like this fusion of two different cultures, and it sort of did meet my expectations, but a little bit more towards the sort of the Chinese Asian side. So it was really interesting. It was weird getting there and sort of everything's in a different language, and you don't actually recognise any of the characters, which was like a bit of a shock at first. It's very busy. Everyone's sort of in the hustle and bustle to get around. You get there and you're a bit like, okay, where am I meant to go? And everyone's sort of going really quickly to places, and you sort of like feel a bit lost. But it was cool. I mean, it was sort of a really interesting experience getting there, and so much to go and see and do. I mean, it's not just a city. There's beaches there and stuff as well. And you wouldn't know you think this doesn't look like Hong Kong. The beaches are beautiful. They got It is brilliant, it is brilliant. That's the one regret not doing a year. It's too difficult, I think, even if you were someone who was susceptible to being homesick. Hong Kong's so busy that you don't really have a chance to think about being at home. It doesn't really ever cross your mind because there's always something to do. There'd be a lot of local restaurants. You can't get an English menu, so you might go to look for something to eat and nothing you recognise is on the menu. But once you get over the sort of initial, this is a bit strange, I don't recognise anything, you get used to it. It took me about a couple of days. If you've got people around you, it's really, really easy. They arranged things, but I didn't actually go to any of the things they arranged. They had it seemed very, coming from a university in England, it seemed very childish in a way, what they were trying to put. The exchange students there all knew each other. There was a big Facebook group. You join it before you go. You put your name in, so you say what time you get into the airport. I met the first person I met was at the airport because our flights came in at the same time, and then you meet people through this Facebook group and through the things they organise for exchange students not outside of the university. So it's so easy to actually settle in and meet people. It's brilliant. Yeah. Sometimes there's quite a divide in terms of students, especially because of the language barriers. But when you do meet quite a lot of local people who have gone to international schools, who it's quite easy to get on with. But other than that, the language is a difficulty slightly. But you're not just sort of with English kids all the time, so kids from English unis. You're with people from all over Europe, from America, even from other parts of Asia like Malaysia, Thailand, Korea, Japanese students, and you're all out together. Yeah. It's really, it's so cool. I think I've been away from home long enough to know that I wouldn't feel homesick. I was sort of quite comfortable in myself knowing that I'd go over there and meet people. I know people that work over in Hong Kong as well, so I could, if I needed to fall back on people, I could give them a call and go out something to eat with them. So I was really quite confident about it, and a lot of the students over there were my age, from America especially, because their JD degrees for law school run until they're sort of 27. So a lot of people were sort of my age. So it made it a lot more. I think I fitted in a lot easier. I felt comfortable instantly. I think that does help being older, I think. The lectures are longer and you are marked based on your participation in class as well. So whereas here, you could probably get away sometimes not doing your readings. Whereas there, if you come not prepared with the readings, with questions, you will lose 20% of your grade, I think, in each module. So there's quite a lot put on actually turning up and doing the readings. They're very pressurised with exams, essays. You have to do a presentation for each class. You have to do midterms. It is very, you can tell where it is in the league tables by the standard and what they actually expect of people. You can really tell why it's so high up, because it is very, very difficult. I went most around East Asia, so I went to Japan, Korea, stepped into North Korea, Hong Kong. If people are interested in Hong Kong, you can go to North Korea. They run a thing through the university where they take you into China and then into North Korea, so you can go and do that. I mean, not many people can say they've done that. Went around to Thailand, to Vietnam, it's so easy just to get around, it's so cool. Don't book classes on Fridays and Mondays, so you can fly on a Thursday, you've got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, come back Monday, and yeah. Queen Mary's got an excellent rate for people actually getting jobs after, and Hong Kong's the same as well, HKU. So I think to be able to say you've been to another place, you've done well in that place as well with your grades, I think it definitely will help out when you go to apply for a job, because a lot of places like to see you've gone abroad and studied. It will work, yeah. I mean, it'd be amazing. It's so westernised, but that's the cool part about it. It's so easy to adapt because it's so Western, but at the same time, you've got that sort of vibe of being around by China. You know, it's not like people think. It's not like going to a village in China where everyone doesn't speak the language. You will get people that speak English. You can go and get English food if you did want to. It's not difficult at all, and it's one of the best places you can go to for going out partying. I loved Hong Kong. It's brilliant. They have one halls on campus, but they're quite old. But it's literally on you walk out your door and you're in the university. But I stayed in Kennedy Town, which is one stop on the train from Hong Kong University, which took about a minute to get there, and it was like 20p on the train. But it was really, really nice. If anyone's going, I'd recommend staying in Lap Chi, Jockey Club Student Village 3, because they're new, they're clean, and it's just a lot easier. It's a nice area. That's the one thing I was happy about Hong Kong was it was a different culture, and I think I've taken away sort of this new sort of outlook on the way I look at things, rather than it be sort of a very westernised sort of way of looking at my education. It's really sort of opened it up, and I think it's just such a good experience to get that from somewhere else in the world where it's a little bit different. And I think that's the biggest thing for me. It was just the sort of Asian feel to it. It was really, really interesting. It's not an opportunity you're going to get ever again. Even if you don't go to Hong Kong, if you go to America, you won't get another opportunity to spend 4 months or a year in a place like any city where you're not having to work. You're at university, so it's a lot more chilled out. You've got time to sort of explore, rather than having commitment of having to wake up for a job at 9 and leaving at 6. You can actually go do your lectures, and the rest of the day's yours. I'd instantly regret it if you don't do it.